Happy Saturday. Workout is complete. We lifted today instead of a 15-mile trail run. That was the plan, but last night, like 4 a.m., we had like an insane storm. So the trails that I was supposed to go on are closed because it's too muddy and stuff. So the plan is hopefully to do that Sunday. So I was like, okay, I'll go and do some stretching and, pull day at the gym, which is what I usually take Sundays off. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a light session on Saturday. And that's what we decided to do. So it's only 9 a.m. So I got it in like fairly early. So the rest of the day, got a couple things I got to pick up at HEB. But yeah, plan for tomorrow. I'll take you along because I want to it's a pretty cool spot. It's freaking hot as shit though. So we got to get out there early. So it needs to be done by I need to be on the trail by 7 a.m. latest. This way I'm out by before 10. Because it took me 3 hours last time. I think with proper hydration and food, that I'll be taking along with me, I could totally do it in 2:45, maybe even 2.5, after a couple of attempts, once I get used to it. That's the plan for tomorrow. So I'll take you along and we'll see how it goes. Today's breakfast, we got a big old sweet potato, 3 eggs, some egg whites, some cheese. We're gonna try this out. Apparently it's pretty good. Obviously my favorite ketchup right there, and our pills for the day. All right, so a bit of change of plans. Went back to the trail. It's 7 a.m. now and it's closed. It's still closed. It's got a cone in front of it. It might just be pretty shitty in terms of drainage. So I'm at some kind of a closer second option. I see some single track trails around here, but I know this is a 1.5 mile loop where I'm at. So I can just do that fucking 10 times, I guess, for 15 miles, which I might do, but I might just kind of explore around and see. So that's the plan. So I'll take you along for this for 15 miles. It's probably take me 2.5, maybe 3 hours. It took me 3 hours last time on the other trails, but those are a little more technical. So if it's not technical, maybe 2.5, and I should be out of here. .2 miles in, about a 9:25 pace. Probably too fast. It's freaking hot as shit. But every 2 miles, I take water breaks. Almost 40 minutes in. 4 miles, 9:45 pace. And good strats run 2, walk 0.15. And I think I'm gonna do 16. I think it's 11:27 pace, something like that, last week's. So if we can beat 11, it'll be a big improvement. Plus, terrain is a little bit easier. Here's the trail. There's one part that's really rocky, but it's mostly just this. All right, so at this point I was 6.5, or I think 6.5 miles in. Stopped the car because I had a half a bagel, and I ate some of that. So that's what I was eating. So I had bagel and peanut butter and some honey on it. And then inside of this I have some electrolytes and some kind of liquid carbs in that gallon jug. So I have this on my belt. This is the bottle. It's 16 ounces. And so I refill this, and it lasted me about 6.5 miles. But now you can kind of see it's pretty hot. I'm absolutely soaked. 6 miles in, it's not even that long so far that I've been running. About an hour or so. Crazy, the clouds, the sky is freaking just moving, man. That's look how cool that looks. But yeah, so I refill this, just testing it out, and it was good to go. But I probably could have used more electrolytes. It was pretty watered down, but hey, a little bit is better than nothing. So at this point, I'm just kind of rehydrating a bit. I'm not going to just start running immediately. So I'll walk for a little bit, maybe a minute or two, and let this settle in my stomach a bit, and then get going. Yeah, but so I use this belt that kind of just hooks around my waist, carries the water, phone, keys. So it's super easy, and it seems to work pretty good. But after this, luckily, hit a little porta potty break. 7.25. We're about 72 minutes in. Pit stop, pee break. About 84 minutes, 8.4 miles in. So it's averaging a 10-minute pace. That'll probably increase a bit, maybe 10:30 by the end. Might even have some 11s per mile, but feeling it. Almost 13.5 in. Not gonna lie, I feel like fucking shit, but got 2.5 to go. So let's finish it. Holy shit. It's like 90 something degrees right now. It's actually, it says it's 85. Maybe I'm not, feels like a million. That last couple laps, that last 2 laps specifically was just really fucking tough. But we did it in 2 hours and 50 minutes, I believe was the time, total time, for 16 miles. That's a new record high in terms of distance that I've ever run in one clip. And I really didn't walk much at all. Honestly, probably total walking was like around a mile, mile and a half max. So like the beginning, I would walk for like maybe 45 seconds just for water. And then towards the end, I needed like I needed like a minute or two to like walk it out. Maybe like 0.2 of a mile, something like that. But yeah, now I'm fucking eating this dry peanut butter honey bagel because I gotta eat something, because that was just like an excessive amount of calories burnt. The thing about this temperature though is like, you train here, like that's the best. I mean, I enjoy it to a degree. When you're out for 3 hours, it's pretty tough. But now my like short runs as in it's like 6, 7, now it's 7 miles a day on Tuesday, Thursday. They're nothing. It's like an hour and 10 minutes, whatever the time is. And it's like, not nothing at all. Like it doesn't feel like much. So it's good practice and it's good reps, especially for when things get cooler, and it's going to feel a lot better not sweating. Because when you're sweating so much, your heart rate stays so high in the heat. So you have to slow the pace down a ton. And that's kind of what you have, that's kind of how things progress. It started off like in the nines, low nines, and then I was like progressively going downhill on pace. The biggest thing now is just rehydrating a crap ton. I've got like a gallon jug that I'm just sipping out of, and then just starting to eat a little bit at a time. I find that when I have these longer runs and they're really hot and I'm losing a ton of water, burning a ton of calories, my body, I've done it 1 or 2 times where I go home and I eat a shit ton of food, and then I'm about to throw up for the next like 3 hours. And like, that's not good. So what I do is I'm just sipping water and sipping electrolytes for like the next couple hours for the rest of the day. And then just eating little by little. And if I'm hungry in a couple hours, like I'll eat a shit ton at a time, but just eating like a little bit throughout the day. And that tends to work great. Stomach doesn't give me many problems. Really haven't had problems since like, a month or 2 back when I was kind of experimenting with this stuff. That's kind of works for me though. But you got to experiment and see what works best for you. Because when you're starting to do distance like this, it's your whole, gut is getting fucked up if you're not hydrated or eating, and it's a lot. So about to go home and honestly just probably chill. It's only 10:30, so ideally I would like to finish earlier, but it's not bad. It's not bad to start to Sunday. Pit stop on the way home. We picked up some breakfast tacos from Torchy's. Let's freaking go. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. I had a 6 a.m. meeting, which is funny, but they were based in London, so that's why. But now, this week, decided after last week's 16 on Sunday on the trails, we're gonna taper because I got some sort of either shin splint or stress fracture, minor, in my right leg. And so I haven't really slowed down at all on the mileage. So we're gonna do that this week. Plan is to go 3-3 and then a 5 mile run. So keeping it nice and light. Really looking for recovery. If we can do that, we should be feeling good. And then we'll kind of bump it up to the next levels from there. Other news, market really boring CPI today, so hopefully that helps. Took one trade yesterday, made like 20 bucks, and that was it, barely. Other than that though, we're just waiting for CPI, so I'll see how the rest of the week goes. But it should be a good week. Freaking heat advisory today, so good week to taper it down a bit and recover so we can increase mileage in the coming weeks. Check this out. I got this H Factor hydrogen infused water. I just slugged a couple of these things down. I got a problem. My freaking leg, man. I just took the dog. I took Honey out for a walk. She was running because we have a heat advisory up right now, so it's like 100 and something degrees. So she's like running. She hates the sun, so she's running for the shade, and then we're like kind of running through, doing a little lap around the complex. And I'm like, dude, my freaking every step is killing me on that right leg. And it's not it's not like, oh, it's right here. Like, oh, I can't pinpoint the pain. I can't put pressure down on spots on my bone or my muscle. Like, no, it's just like in the lower leg from the knee down, there's just like this general pain. That's all I can describe. And so that's why this week has been like a deload week from running, because I did 30 miles last week, which was the highest mileage I've ever done an entire week in my entire life. There's never been a month I've done more than that ever. And so I think I got up to that mileage a little too aggressively after having some time, not time off, but like some kind of time where we got the dog and I wasn't running, you know, very consistently. I was only doing like maybe 12 miles that 1 week or something. So I kind of ramped it right back up to kind of make up for lost time, and then I just fucked myself. So we're trying to kind of relax. I'm still going to the gym, but I think I'm gonna hit a complete rest day on Sunday. Saturday, I want to do a trail run, a 5-mile trail run instead of, you know, a 15 like I would do. So I'm gonna see how I feel. If it feels really bad, I'm not gonna do it. The funny thing is though, today's run, I still went out there and did 3 miles, or like a 5K essentially, is what I did, a little over 3 miles. Casual 5K in the morning, you know, just before the sun gets up. And it was like 80 degrees, 80 plus. I was drenched, freaking just drenched. Like that's how hot it is. And now it's 100 plus out here, which is pretty insane. But yeah, like even that, like it's funny because as I start running, it like the pain doesn't go away, but like you can kind of forget about it and just go. So like if I had to go, I could do it, but it's not helping me. And so I'm like, I got 20 weeks until the race. So I'm like, let's not absolutely destroy myself so that I have to take a month off. But if I have to take like a week, you know, deload, and then if it's still not right next week, if I decide to take a day or two off completely out of the system from running and just have like maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 days between runs to feel better, like that's fine because we can do it now and then we can build back up into the race because we got time. What's gonna be super cool about the race too, I'm super excited about too, is that when we get to the race, it's gonna start getting cooler. So I'm running and I'm gonna be training this whole summer like in the heat of freaking Austin, Texas, even though I still run in the morning. So it's not as bad, but I'm running like and training in the heat. So once we start getting into like that November, or I guess the race is November. So once we start getting to like September, October mornings, I'm gonna like your pace, you will increase because like as temperatures go up, your pace just generally goes down, heart rate goes up. My heart rate will be able to stay at the spot that it's at now, and I'll be able to run such a faster pace. So I'm really excited to see, you know, where that ends up kind of putting me come like into the fall. Because like now my easy runs are like that 9 to 10 minute pace. When we get to like the longer trail runs, I'm over 10 on average. I'll run the beginning in the 9s. I can't get myself, for whatever reason, I just can't get myself to come out slow. I can never judge it. I just feel good. I'm like, I'm not running that hard. I just feel good. I'm kind of just going with the flow. And it ends up being like a low 9. I'm like, I got 15 more miles to go, dude. Like, I know my pace is going to slow down. Maybe I could kind of preserve some. So that's a work in progress. But it would be cool to see, you know, I'm not really trying to go for speed though. It doesn't matter. It's more about the duration and the elevation that we're going to go climbing up and down, you know, hills and stuff. It's like 3,000 feet almost, or 2,800 feet of elevation gain for the 30 miles for the 50K, whatever it is. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm more so just going to get the body used to running distance. And then speed could be a thing in the future if I ever care. I don't know if I ever really will care about it, to be honest with you. Like, I'm already contemplating not doing the marathon, the Austin Marathon in February, even though I said I was going to do it. But if I didn't do it, I would do an ultra instead. I would do like a literal trail ultra that would be, you know, bigger and more fun, in my opinion. So we'll see. That's just kind of where my interests lie, my head's at. A lot of stuff. This video is probably part 2 of other thing, but hopefully that makes some sense. Ramble fest. Boom. All right, what's going on? So I'm going to wrap this video up here. It's going to be too long. I'm going to separate this video into more of a training focused video, and then we'll have our trading / stock / whatever in other video as well. So this video will come out after that one. So if you want to see how this week I fared in the markets, all that great stuff, you can go to the last video that was posted up here on the channel. Coming soon, we're going to have a video that will be diving into the new title for the series, because it has come to me while I was sitting on the couch. It just, like a light shining down, it came to me and I got it, and it's perfect and I like it and we're good. But this is still going to be like, we're still going to be there's a couple overarching goals, okay? I wanna make that clear. We've got the investment portfolio, that's what I do, like trading, investing, that's great. We've also got training for an ultramarathon, and that also, we're lifting. I don't want to say I do it all, but I do a lot, right? So that's also a piece, but I want to talk about it both because I don't give a fuck. And also, that's just what I do. This channel is my name, that's it. I have other channels that are strictly, if you want, stock stuff and tutorials, and that's that. So check out that stuff in the description box if you want to see those, where I keep it strict. Here, it is what it is. We're gonna have some fun. That's the plan for the rest of the summer, at least for now. If you're still here, thanks so much for watching. Thumbs up button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you.